This book was read to me by my parents. What Do You Say, Dear? By Cecily Jocelyn with pictures by Maurice Sendak. It was a book that was given to Roy August 7th, 1966. Roy, do enjoy these bedtime stories. Love, Aunt Dorothy. Number 1. That would be Great Aunt Dorothy Rasmussen. A handbook of etiquette for young ladies and gentlemen to be used as a guide for everyday social behavior. What do you say, dear? You are downtown and there's a gentleman giving baby elephants to people. You want to take one home because you have always wanted a baby elephant. But first, the gentleman introduces you to each other. What do you say, dear? How do you do? You are picking dandelions and columbines outside the castle. Suddenly a fierce dragon appears and blows red smoke at you, but just then a brave knight gallops up and cuts off the dragon's head. What do you say, dear? Thank you very much. There's the dragon's head. You are a cowboy riding around the range, and suddenly Bad-Nosed Bill comes up behind you with a gun. He says, "Would you like me to shoot a hole in your head? What do you say, dear?" No, thank you. You are a nurse, and you rush to see a patient because a dinosaur bit him. You bandage him all up, and he says, "Oh, nurse, you have saved my life. Thank you." What do you say, dear? You're welcome. The dinosaur's after the lollipop. You have gone downtown to do some shopping and you are walking backwards because sometimes you like to. You bump into a crocodile. What do you say, dear? Excuse me. You are at a wedding party because you are the bride. You have a fine husband and an enormous wedding cake, and you are going to live happily ever after. Only first, you are very, very hungry. What do you say, dear? Would you please pass the cake? Best wishes. You are at a princess's ball, and she is telling you a secret. But her orchestra of bears is making such a fearful lot of noise, you cannot hear what she is saying. What do you say, dear? I beg your pardon? You go to London to see the Queen. She says, "Oh, you must stay for dinner. We are having spaghetti." So you do. And there is spaghetti for the appetizer, spaghetti for the main dish, and spaghetti for the salad. By the time the Queen's guard brings spaghetti for dessert, you cannot fit into your chair anymore. And you want to leave the table. What do you say, dear? Oh, the doggie is begging for food. May I please be excused? You are flying around in your airplane and you remember that the Duchess said, "Do drop in for some tea sometime." So you do. Only it makes a rather large hole in her roof. What do you say, dear? I'm sorry. I think she's surprised. You are a dangerous pirate, and you have captured a fine lady to take on your ship. Every morning, when you untie her so she can eat breakfast, she says, "Good morning, how are you?" What do you say, dear? Fine, thank you. How are you? Fine, thank you. How are you? That would be fun to be on that ship. Eating breakfast? All of your friends come to your house for a party. The princess brings her orchestra of bears and they play 2 dances, but then they want to eat everybody up. Oh dear. What do you say, dear? They want to eat everybody up. Roar. This is the end. Goodbye. They're running away. Look at those hungry bears. I'm running away and I'm smiling.